Taxpayers who are eligible for a third economic impact payment and didn't receive a check or received less than the full amount will have the opportunity to claim the recovery rebate credit when they file their 2021 tax return. The credit is worth up to $1,400. Likewise, taxpayers who are eligible for the expanded child tax credit worth up to $3,600 in 2021 will now have an opportunity to claim it when they file their 2021 tax return. And the IRS sent out advanced child tax credits in 6 monthly payments last year, but not everybody who was eligible for the payments received them. So if you had a newborn child last year, for instance, you didn't receive the advanced credits because the IRS did not have a record of the addition to your family. But when you file your 2021 tax return, you'll still be able to claim the credit. Now, many households will receive a smaller check. Since many parents receive payments for a good portion of their credit during the year, they may have less money to write off when filing their tax returns than they normally do. If you're eligible for a $3,000 credit and got $1,500 of it up front, you'd only be able to claim another $1,500 credit at tax time. If you were used to claiming a $2,000 credit, your tax bill could actually be $500 higher. So folks, young adults may be eligible to receive a larger than expected refund this year because of a provision in the American Rescue Plan that expands the Earned Income Tax Credit, which is designed to help low and moderate income workers. The legislation expanded eligibility for the credit to include workers between age 19 and 24. Folks, I think it's a good idea for President Biden to do this, and I think it's definitely great that he should send out stimulus checks. And tell me in the comments down below if you think that President Biden will send out stimulus payments this year. A ton of good news, everybody, around the Ford stimulus checks. Now, there are several things that you have to know about the recently proposed gas stimulus check. Democrats and Republicans are now changing their minds on who should be eligible to receive a $1,400 stimulus check. New changes can mean bigger stimulus payments, and now there are millions of Americans that would like to receive a check from the Ford stimulus package this year. But Congress, everybody, has yet to decide exactly who will be receiving a check. So gas prices, everybody, have been skyrocketing in recent weeks, and President Biden has also warned that they could continue to climb. Newsom did not go into detail of what his proposal would be, but senior advisor Myers said it would be a rebate that could total billions of dollars, and the rebate will be limited to those who have resided in California. Now, Americans all across the nation are also feeling the cost of war as they head to the gas pumps. Gas prices have not yet reached record highs when adjusted for inflation, but they are at the levels not seen since 2008. According to Brian Deese, the director of the White House's National Economic Council, the Biden administration is looking at everything we can do to mitigate the impacts here at home, including the gas pump. So a proposal from Senator Romney would restart monthly payments for millions of people. Unlike previous stimulus efforts, Romney's plan could put work requirements in place for millions of recipients. The Family Security Act would provide monthly benefits of up to $350 a month for families with children, $250 per month with children ages 6 to 17. The maximum monthly payments for families would be $1,250. Romney's legislation differs from the child tax credit in that his plan includes work requirements. NBC News reported that the new work requirements are a part of the legislation, though exact details were not available. The threshold for state-level benefits is at least 80 hours of work per month for a comparable amount of job training and/or volunteer work. According to NBC News, the Family Security Act would also eliminate certain aid programs and make major changes to the tax code. The Utah senator has worked with fellow Republicans on the legislation, though it had bipartisan support as more Democrats have been in conversation with Mitt Romney. So when asked about the bill, Romney told reporters, "This is the time for our commitment to families to help them meet the challenges they face as they take on the most important work any of us will ever do." The proposal offers a path toward greater security for America's families. What do you think about Mitt Romney, everybody, and his proposal on this? Do you approve of him or do you not? Tell me in the comments down below. Now we have some finally great news about the fourth stimulus check. So since the crisis is still impacting millions of people across the nation, Democrats and Republicans have decided to team together and propose a new stimulus relief plan. This new legislation will make sure all Americans eligible for a $2,000 stimulus check will get the payment. And folks, this is something we definitely want to see. We want to see $2,000 stimulus checks be approved like President Biden said he would approve it.
Gentlewoman's recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I thank the gentlewoman for her recognition, and I want to recognize her as a great leader on the matter before us today. This legislation, the America Competes Act, is something that has come to the fore largely because of the investments that she has made over the years in science and technology, keeping America competitive, now as the chair of the Science, Space, and Technology Committee. Thank you, Madam Chair, Eddie Bernice Johnson, for the intellect that you have brought to this, the reputation that you have enjoyed in the scientific and academic community in support of your legislative initiatives, and this bill being a highlight of it all. Madam Speaker, America has long been a beacon of excellence in science and engineering in the world, forging innovations that have been transformative for workers, businesses, and for our economy. By investing in education and research, we were preeminent. We have been preeminent in the world arena. But a number of years ago, maybe 20, maybe longer, other countries followed our blueprint. They followed our lead. They invested in education and recognizing the value of investment in research and new technologies. And now they threaten our position as world leader in science and innovation.
Now, Mr. President, over the last 12 months, the economy has rebounded at levels that we have not seen in decades. A 5.7% GDP growth rate, 6.6 million new jobs. This is the fastest our economy has grown since perhaps 1984. And the new jobs we added to the economy were the most ever for a president's first year. After former President Trump botched our national response to COVID, America is now on the right track under President Biden. But we face serious challenges that demand action from Congress. The cost of living has come up for families across the country and around the world as well. The destruction unleashed by COVID has decimated supply chains, strained the labor supply, and the effects of a global pandemic that began 2 years ago still reverberate today. These challenges demand action, and Democrats remain laser-focused on lowering costs for American families. Yesterday, our caucus met for our weekly lunch, where we held a spirited and enthusiastic discussion about ideas from our members of how we can lower costs and take action to do so. We talked about how we can continue working to lower child care costs, prescription drug costs, the cost of semiconductors, which is a huge driver of price increases across a wide variety of products, and things as basic and vital as the cost of food and meat. Lowering costs will continue to be a caucus-wide effort. We're not going to agree on everything, but we're all on the same page that we need to tackle the issue head-on. That's the difference between Democrats and Republicans. Rising costs, of course, impact all of us, whether we come from blue or red states. But Democrats are the ones laser-focused on showing where we stand and offering solutions that aim squarely at the problem. Republicans seem to have no solutions, just rhetoric. The other side, sadly, seems